An apple a day keeps the bears away. Baby dolls, it seems like a long time now, but I have been talking about the US Fed, the bug eaters, eventually cutting rates, and then the economy will keep turning, and unfortunately you realize it was all a scam. You see, the yield curve of America prices in the future for expectations because there are insiders making bets on interest rates. And when you're dealing with trillions of dollars, friends, there are people who know things, who tell their other friends who know things. And because they're dealing with such a large amount of money, they leave their footprints in the yield curve. Now, of course, it's not 100% correct all the time because there are events that don't always come predicted. Some things come like as an unpredicted shock, but this is what's happening right now. The yield curve right now, if we zoom in, friends, you see this ease, 87%. Well, this is the probability for the US Fed's decisions in May. So the market has a yield curve and 87% chance of rate cuts by May. Okay, if you actually go to March, it's like 67% chance right now. So as bad US economic data comes out, as the unemployment rate spikes up, as things start to get a bit heavy, you will see this happen. And you're probably thinking, wow, I want them to cut rates. No, you don't, friends, because rate hikes are there when an economy is strong. They start to cut rates because they realize, oh, golly gee, did we accidentally kill the patient? That's why they start doing it. It's because the economy is about to turn. I've made so many videos about it. That's why you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Appreciate every single one of you. I've spoken about this many times, okay? When the US Fed cuts rates, there's usually a little sugar boost. I'm going to show you on the stock market chart soon, but then it means the economy is on its way to doomtown. Right now, we were looking at the US 2-year. The US 2-year is at 4.59%. If you look at the interest rates right now, they're 5.50. So, it's already pricing in these cuts. But there are a lot of copers out there who were in denial. Well, unfortunately, friends, you get to see it. The evidence is so clear. This happens so many times. When the US Fed starts cutting rates, it's freaking game over. I mean, look back at the GFC. So many times, friends, so many times. Now, you see this yellow line, bang, they start cutting rates, but then look what happens. The stock market, capitulates, okay? This happens so many times. Look here, they start cutting rates, and this was, oh no, doomtown. This is such a common occurrence. Now, here's the thing. There have been periods in history, rare, but they have happened, where they cut rates, and the economy actually goes pretty good for the next 3 to 5 years and everything's fine. But you're looking at a very rare occurrence. How much of a bet do you want to take on that this time? Knowing everything you know, knowing that the retailers are crushed, knowing that we are on the back of the biggest property boom of all time, all around the world. Degen boomers are super turbo giga long property. They bought used cars up, for God's sake, during the zombie virus. So, I don't trust these weak hands, friends. These people don't even know what a proper bear market is. Do you really want to be holding along with them? I don't. So that's why we're going to have to be smart. And that's why it makes calls like this more dangerous. Now, Max Keiser is probably a friend of the channel. He hasn't blocked me yet because he would call me a sinful poop coiner. Now, Mr. Max Keiser is calling for $220,000 Bitcoin. And he went on an interview with Danielle Cambone. Now, Bitcoin, we've charged up 40K, 41, 42K. This is great. We've been calling for this golden box of friendship. But Max Keiser taking on these bets with he's expecting now a $100,000 God candle, which is, friends, that's just pure copium, hopium, but you need it. He's one of the fierce religious priests of the Bitcoin tribe and the Bitcoin community. The crowd will most likely be very bullish at the top again, but don't forget, you are my Habibi. See this golden box of friendship, friends? I drew it back here. I literally drew it back there. Now you can see the golden box of friendship. We are now here. And I told you, if we got here, which we are, what were we going to see? We're going to see big calls. We're going to see people with fierce high targets. They're going to call for 100,000, 200,000. They're going to get super excited. They're going to say that the Bitcoin ETF is now free money for every single person. And I will say absolutely not. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust the US Fed. I don't trust the economy. I don't trust any of that. And you shouldn't either, because most people are bag holding precisely because they were told by people that they weren't bullish enough. So we're going to have to be skeptical about that because we're contrarian, right? You're going to win the game. Buy low, sell high. Buy in the depression, sell in the euphoria. Well, when there's euphoria, unfortunately, it's not that there's anything wrong with the asset you're holding. It's the people holding them. That's the issue. They're scum. You can't rely on them. These are the losers who come and buy the top and then they go sell the bottom and they blame everybody else. These are the losers who are going to go beg the government to go make things more banned and regulated. These are the losers who are applying in the comment section on Twitter who are saying, oh, golly gee, you cost me all my money. These people are soy boy cuck losers. Most of them virgins. Most of them pencil necks. Have no idea what they're doing. They're just going to go out there trying to blame everybody else. And these are the people you do not want holding your bags with you. Now, as a friendly reminder, speaking of soy boy cucks, there are a lot of soy boy cucks still holding many other altcoins, friends. Don't forget, no one said it was going to be easy. I'm still long PLSX and HEX. Of course, I'm still long Chainlink ecosystem. Friends, of course, all these ecosystems, everything you play, they're going to take turns moving up and down. This is how the game goes. You need Bitcoin to go up, flush up, play around, and there you go. People are going to be buying the meme coins. They're going to be buying up the garbage. What they don't know is they're going to be exit liquidity for all the people who got in earlier. The problem is there's 10,000 plus of them. Fortunately, this is pretty harsh, right? So nobody thought this would happen, okay? 2023 performance, FTX token, so FTT is up 368%, this little orange line up here, and HEX combined is down 25%. Ouch. So this is a harsh reality we have to deal with and stare at. You're probably wondering, what happened? What's going on? You have 180 content creators. There's a big divergence between the amount of people in there and things going down. We don't know. Is it just a lot of weak hands that need to be rinsed out? Is it just more time? Because, man, I feel the pain. I mean, like, you're like, hey, I sacrificed 2.5 years ago. We've been going down for 2 years, more than 2 years, friends. We topped out September 2021 here. So it's been like, it's going to be like 2.5 years, still getting crushed. And I think what adds salt to the wounds, I can feel everybody, right? It's because, look, so from the top, what's more heartbreaking, right? FTX token only is down 94%, but total HEX is down 97%. And some people might say, well, stock split, but you had staking, you had the lockups, the duration of stakers was increasing. You had all the $1 billion plus money put in to the black hole of the sacrifice funds. You had Pulse Chain, you've got the buy and burn for PulseX, all of that. It's still down. It makes you just wonder about people's expectations and the targets. It really does. So I'm still long. I've been through this many times before, friends. I mean, here's the thing. You lived with me through the EHEX and PHEX ratio. People saying HEX from Ethereum is dead versus PHEX and all these. So, I mean, I've done these thousands of times and I'll keep doing them. They never feel good. I'll tell you now, they never, ever feel good. Ever. I've never, ever gone in anything and actually felt great. I promise you, you got to be a bit sadistic because it's like 98% of the time, you feel like absolute trash. And 2% of the time, you win. You're probably wondering, friends, when you see people on Twitter bragging about coins going up, yeah, these people are losers themselves. Firstly, there's barely any screenshots. You have no evidence of their wallet. You don't know who the hell they are. They're anonymous people. And you will end up finding out later that they're like scalping out for 2x's and 3x's. But you won't realize this until much, much later on, deeper in the cycle. And you'll realize, oh my gosh, I was a poopy head for actually listening to these people. Trust me, I've been through, I'm not going to name any names. There's just too many to go through, all right? But it also makes you wonder with HEX, how low would the price go if we didn't get the sacrifice sets absorbing all that HEX for Pulse Chain and PulseX? So here's the thing, friends. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Chainlink's already on the move. This thing's still down, okay? That's it. Chainlink, I kept talking about Chainlink, made all these videos. Yes, it started moving up. It's no longer in the super deep cheap zone. So, I mean, I could make Chainlink videos every 15 minutes, but what's that going to do? It gives you more FOMO. You got to leave a bid anyway. Okay, so I hunt for cheap opportunities when I can find them. And, you know, there's going to be more coins coming in 2024 where you can allocate a bigger part of your lottery coin selection. Okay, so I'm still long the ecosystem. Of course, it's going to take some time. Just speculation. It could be that Richard Heart ecosystem is 6 months delayed behind Chainlink. It could be that because Chainlink topped out in May 2021. HEX topped out September 2021. So it's about, 4, 5, 6 months. Just give it 6 months as a buffer, friends, just in case you don't lose yourself in the mentality there. And it might be just 6 months from now. It starts clearing the zone up. We don't really know. All right? It doesn't mean it goes to the target, but kind of makes you feel better, right? If you ever really are satisfied or can feel better in crypto anyway, all right? I think people are going to appreciate real DeFi. It's just going to take time. And here is a picture of Pepe with the sniper scope aiming for a whittle bear. Also, funny question here, funny mention from Mr. 5 milliseconds. 5 milliseconds saying it's because of the SEC. But friends, we've got to be intellectually honest here because I'm just trying to protect you, okay? I already made a post here, went through this. We did all the damage before the SEC. Look at all this damage. SEC came into act, okay? So the market was doing something differently. I told you the market's efficient pricing mechanism. It was like people, this is just, obviously, I didn't sell, friends. I'm just telling you. People sat there and they're like, something's weird. Richard's not streaming. I expected more promotions. Something weird's wrong with him. He's not doing anything right. He's just acting all weird and texting weird stuff. I'm not seeing all the stuff that I thought would happen. I'm going to sell. And that's what they did. Everybody sold and basically crushed the price. So they basically priced in the SEC, which means they priced in Richard leaving beforehand. It's interesting when you think about it. If you were to go back in time and say, well, Richard's not going to be active, Richard himself would have said to you, he would have said, no, the market shouldn't go down because the code and the community and the asset and we are real DeFi. But the people in the ecosystem, they have a different opinion of that. They say, no, you are pivotal to the success of this ecosystem and you leaving is a gut-wrenching minus 99% and no recovery. So that's how the market has decided to price these things. Now, obviously, I'm still long because I believe in the recovery because without any risk, friends, when these risks comes, it gives you opportunity to get in. But obviously, everybody's vomiting at the prices, but that's just how it goes. So a lot of people are going to throw a lot of ideas, baby dolls. And of course, people are going to go, wow, what's the new coins? What's the new coins? Okay, look, I can give you the new coins. The problem is they're packaged with like 82 other coins. Okay, so I can sit here and call you Habibi and give you a quick little pump. That's the problem. The problem is I can give you some cracker coins, but it's going to be surrounded with 82 other junk coins. Are you going to buy all 82 coins? Well, that only makes sense if the winning coins are going to give you 1000x plus. And I can almost guarantee they're not. You need an enormous win off your tiny little micro bullet. So what do we do? Well, I'm going to have to go with worked in the past. What worked in the past that nobody's thinking about is all the coins that came out before the Bitcoin halving, they ended up being forgotten. And not all of them, most of them. And the Bitcoin halving year coins, which would be coins coming out January, February, March next year, those are the real grifts. Those are the people who are like, they're going to basically do all their marketing on steroids, okay? Those are the people who really want to grift retail. And those are the coins we're just going to have to get in. Those are the people, they're like, well, we don't really believe in crypto that much. Let's launch all our tokens in the Bitcoin halving year because we only need a runway of 12 to 18 months. We can spend super aggressive marketing and we can pump it out to the centralized exchanges or anybody else. And we can try and get everybody in. It's sad how it works, but that's how it is. So I just want to remind you, people have a lot of ideas and it's very cute, but here's Ralph here waving with Monero. So look, I like privacy, just teaching you, right? So I like privacy, but you can't just go buy privacy-focused coins and think that's your ticket to riches, okay? Because everybody thinks, oh, I'll just buy privacy. I'll just buy AI. I'll just buy gaming. Yeah, which gaming? Which privacy? There's too many, right? And then what they're going to do is they're going to give you a coin that's already done like this. And they're like, oh, now's a good time to get in. No, it's not. It was here. Why don't you tell me about it here? Oh, because he didn't know about it. He didn't believe in it. You see, so it's the same problem over and over again. So maybe next year the scope becomes more obvious, but I mean, you have the US Fed about to cut rates, Fed. So we're going to see what happens there. We'll see the real believers in the bloodbath that might come if we get a red 2024. That will be a bit of a poopy town for everybody who's leveraged. But guess what? We're not leveraged, friends. We don't have any excess leverage. So let them dump it down. We don't care. Save up all your money and buy on all their blood. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. I'm going to wave to you like Ralph waves to us. Tell mom and dad you're going to wave at them too. Catch you soon.